we're going to be moving on now that we've kind of hopefully somewhat saved our buddy right here. Ah, got him! Right through the artillery shells. Wow. That was a hard one, but a very rewarding one, I'll have to say. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to War Thunder with me, Spacefish, and welcome to the XM-1 by GM. So, this very tank is going to be what will be on the next episode of War Thunder. I was originally actually looking to make a video on a plane this time around, but I've kind of determined that I'll need a bit more time for that video, so instead we will be looking at this very trusty tank. Now, the XM-1 being an early prototype basically of the M1 Abrams in War Thunder, is a premium vehicle that comes in at tier 6 at a battle rating of 9.3. It's been around for a while, I would say. I think update 1.79, if I recall correctly, was when it was first introduced into War Thunder, and it has been a pretty good tank ever since. Now, the XM-1 being an early prototype of the Abrams may kind of lead you to the thought that you do play it like an Abrams, but it is actually quite different from the Abrams. I would very much class it more like something... well, something German, you know, something like a Leopard, you know, very lightly armored. It is honestly very speedy, probably a bit more so than you would be used to from the earlier Leopards, as you do get 1,500 horsepower, which is a lot, and a mass of 52.6 tons. So this vehicle is very fast, nimble, mobile, and you do get a bunch of firepower as well with that 105mm cannon out here that does feature APFSDS. You do also get heat effects, you do also get HESH if you want to use that for whatever reason, and you do also get smoke bullets, because what I find to be one of the biggest flaws of this vehicle is that it does not have any smoke pods. So no ESS, no smoke pods to use, unfortunately, which has really been a big issue for me many times around. You do get no smoke charges to kind of cover your advance, but you know, well, any panic smoke discharges are not going to be an option with this vehicle. Other than that, as I said, it's overall rather lightly armored. You only do get 114mm here for whole armor, 114mm for turret armor. If we have a look at the X-ray, we do actually get some composite armor and some spaced armor around here. But honestly, it's really so much of a glass cannon that in most situations it won't save you. Now, if we have a quick look at the protection analysis here, right, just with the XM-1 shells, and for example, we do use some APFSDS, you can see that like pretty much wherever you shoot, you are gonna pin. Now, that doesn't mean that you're gonna get one-shot killed in this tank, I have to say. It is still somewhat a bit survivable because of this very wide American layout, and because you do get the 4 crew members as opposed to the Russian tanks where you of course only do get 3. You can very much survive a single hit if you manage to get into cover afterwards. Now, for one, you know, if you're being shot here, that's instantly 2 crew members being taken out, but your other 2 crew members are still on the other side of the tank, so you would still have enough to operate the tank. Also, what you do get is ammo blowout panels on this main ammunition rack right here. If we have a quick look at that right now, you can see we've got a big ammo rack right here that does have a blowout panel, so if you're being hit into the armor up here, well, your ammo will explode, but it will not kill your crew, it will not destroy your tank. You will lose most of all ammo that you have, so that is a bit of a bigger issue, but well, it will save you from an instant ammo rack, which is great. It has saved me a lot of times, you know. May have ended up dying after the fact due to me not having any ammo after it, but it can actually save your butt. That said, if you want to only use this main ammo rack up here, you cannot carry more than 25 bullets, otherwise you start filling up these ammo racks down here, and if those get hit, you are gonna get ammo racked as you would be used to. Quite impressive, by the way, watching your ammo go up in flames. Just wanted to have that mentioned, like basically a big straight out flame going like 10 meters into the air. Very, very interesting to watch. But moving on, other things you do get is you do get a gun stabilizer on this gun, which by the way is also moving quite quickly overall, I would say. You've got a turret rotation speed of 34 degrees a second, which is pretty good. You can go minus 10 degrees to plus 15 degrees, which is also overall pretty good, I would say. So very, very nice systems to back you up right there. Other than that, for the gunner, you do actually get a thermal sight, which is quite nice. It is Gen 1, but that said, you do get a zoom of 4.0 to 12.0, so that's pretty decent overall as well, I would say. Other than that, you don't get one for your commander, unfortunately. Of course, also not for the driver. Both of those will have the standard IR night vision, though. Other than that, I do very much like the layout of the tank. As I said, it's pretty spacious, so you know you can survive single hits if you manage to pull back after. And yeah, anything else to say? Maybe the machine gun. You do get a somewhat bigger machine gun with a 12.7mm here for the commandless hatch. Has proven for me to be quite helpful actually in shooting down choppers, trying to shoot down planes, which just does, of course, not always work. But it is a nice thing, and you do get another 7.62 out here for what is the loader, I think. Yes, exactly, and, well, your standard coaxial MG right here on top of that. So, overall, quite nicely equipped in that regard, too. But yeah, so I think that is about everything that needs to be said about this tank. So a very fast, very nimble tank, more of a glass cannon style tank than anything else. Has been pretty fun to me so far. Well, I think that's about everything. So let's move on into the battle. I'll throw some clips at you, and I'll hopefully try and showcase the performance of this tank a bit to you. Alright, so here we are on good old Finland with the auto-applied winter camouflage, as you can see right here. We are going to move sort of to about this spot here on sea, and as you can see, we are speeding up pretty nicely. We're keeping up with the rather fast, nimble tanks in our team. As you can see, we've got an Abrams right here, so we are definitely not playing at 9.3. We did get a slight up tier in right there, but that should still work out just fine for us. Now, as you can see down here, I'm carrying my full 25 shots of ammo. I do keep a bit of hesh for whatever reason. It's really not ever proven all too useful for me, but you know, maybe for like the odd hull break around the corner or something could end up being useful. Other than that, honestly, APFSDS just always does the job for me anyways. Do have a bit of heat FS to shoot down the odd chopper if we need to, and I do also have 4 smoke charges if I ever need to cover my advance. That said, just gonna get my thermal sight on right there, finding an invisible bump in the map apparently, and follow that Abrams right through. It's chilling in just the spot that I wanted to use. Quite unfortunate there, but I'm sure we can make it work for ourselves anyways. First teammate on sea, already dead. Not too great news right there. That said, the Abrams totally did not see that lad, so I'll take care of him instead, I guess. Let's try and actually... No chance of getting the gunner there. We only got commander loader on that dude. Now he's in cover, so that's a bit of an issue. Me waiting for somebody to pop up and make a mistake is probably not the most enjoyable thing in the world to watch. Wouldn't quite class that as a mistake, but the Leopard has finally spotted me, it seems. And, well, there he goes. He really tried to kill me, and he didn't manage to, so, well, kill for us right there. Very nice. I'm just gonna go Repair my thermal vision here real quick. Wait. I'm busy doing other things. Can't you see? My loader just got killed. As I said, that's what I'm saying. You know, you can take a single hit in this thing. Yeah, now my commander's been knocked out, because of course they kind of swapped places. Now I don't have a commander MG. But with that said, I kind of have the feeling that dude's not going to pop up again. So, well, if he is, he's going to pop up in a different spot, isn't he? At least that's what you would assume. Doesn't mean that I can't lob another bit of artillery fire at that. Okay, got hit from a different spot here. That's a bit of an issue. We are going to have to repair for 40 seconds. I do see the dude. What? Okay, looks like we killed that Leopard 2K. That so annoyingly killed our loader right there with artillery. Okay, yeah. Works for me, I suppose. We are, we're just going to chill here and repair. Alright, everybody. Welcome to Tunisia, which I hope is going to be a map that will very much play in the favor of our overall rather fast tank. Because what I'm doing to, looking rather to try and do on this map is to shoot across the river and sort of like up into here and hopefully get some nice kills and encounters from that. Now, key to that, of course, being that we get there ASAP. There's a rock in the way. That's never too good. Less than good. Oh, very annoying one right there. But we did make it across the river so far, so that's good news. We've got a little wheel boy that we will let go first here, because he's like way faster than me anyways. And I was kind of already... Oh, wait. Front. Wow. I thought that one came from the right. Jeez. Another one. Are you seeing more? Are you good? I think he's good. Gonna try and cover him here. To the right, while he is repairing, I'm gonna just stay with him here for a minute. I do also, actually... Nope. That dude went behind cover way too quickly, unfortunately. Just saw him zoom across there, and then there was a rock in the... Well, right in front of him, so... he got lucky, he was moving rather fast. Now something is shooting from up front that I cannot see, which is an issue. It does not seem that that something is shooting my Ricard buddy, so he's good at the very least, but I think he's sitting up there, isn't he? There's also something going up in flames there. Looks like that dude may have just ended up dying. Let go, buddy. I mean, feel free to go. You're good. I'm happy. We're going to be moving on now that we've kind of hopefully somewhat saved our buddy right here. Ah, got him! Right through the artillery shells. Wow. That was a hard one, but a very rewarding one, I'll have to say. Did my Ricard buddy just get hit again? From the front? From the rear? I'm not quite sure, mate. Where did you get... Oh, there. Oh, let me see if I can try and help you out. There. Got him. Got him. Ricard buddy saved again. Wow. second time. Where's the third time? Third time's a charm, isn't it? Probably gonna happen again sometime along the line. We did save our Ricard buddy another time. Is being capped though, so we need to watch out here. I think I saw some heat signature right out there, so try and stay hunkered down here for a second. I won't expose myself all too much. I do see somebody up there. I'm pretty sure of that. Didn't miss him right there though, which is kind of annoying. So he could peek out anywhere at me now. Ricard buddy did end up dying, unfortunately, I think, to that guy up there. There we go. That was not the guy that killed him. That was a Centauro, not a Leopard. And here's the Leopard, I think. I'm in a bit of a trouble. I'm going to try and yeet it down here before he can hit me again. But nope, unfortunately, not a chance. Still a pretty decent run, I would say. 4 kills, saved our Ricard buddy twice. Third time was unfortunately not the charm in this, well, in this instance. But you can kind of see, I think now, what I was trying to go on about for like so many, unfortunately rather failed clips so far, about the speed of this tank really being its main advantage and getting into positions quickly before anybody really, well, expects you there. I mean, we were expected there, but we were in a decent position. We were able to save our right cap buddy a bunch of times. I just didn't have any clue where that leopard was at, and unfortunately it was the guy capping B that I had struggled to spot so far that I also kind of thought was in a different spot. So that's kind of the end to that section on Tunisia for me, unfortunately. But I'm sure we'll head on to a different clip. I will just go and help my team out right here. Alright, and welcome to the White Rock Fortress. As you can see, it's pretty dark out. It's time for a sunrise, actually. Early morning, apparently. That is the east right there, where the sun is currently coming up. Let me just get stuck in like the first 2 minutes of the game. There we go. Yeah, White Rock Fortress. As I said, I hope that our tank's power will help us out a lot out here on this map. As you all probably know, there's like a lot of terrain going on, so some extra power to weight ratio for maneuvering all these crevices a bit more easily can never be too bad of a thing. I'm not 100% positive on that. That said, the XM-1 is looking that direction. It seems to be that way. Do see an enemy out there marked on the map. I will try and yeet through here real quick if possible. It seems rather impossible as our blowout panel saves our ass right here. We do seem to have somebody up here too that we totally did not see at all. So, well, slightly out of ammo now. Now that's at least an interesting demonstration, because as you saw right there, that was our blowout panel saving us very nicely. But then again, we are now kind of out of ammo. And on a map like this, where we only really have our own base to try and reload some ammo at, that is a bit of an issue, because I'll now have to work out how to kill this guy and make my way back. Hopefully. Hello. To reload some ammo, because of course I can't really continue this game with 1 round of APFSDS. That is a bit too little, and I really don't like being useless, so I'd rather just try and kill 1 dude or 2 with the APFSDS and the 2 heat FS rounds that I have, rather than not doing a thing at all. And we do still use smoke out here, which is certainly, oh, an interesting start. And there is the tank. Little bit of a smoke bug right there, or maybe the smoke was just not really... I think the first smoke cloud expired, to be honest, and the second one just hadn't really expanded yet properly, which was probably the issue there then, and my heat FS just disappeared. Very worrying incident here. I'm not quite sure how my 2 heat FS bullets, which I just perfectly had in my magazine, just totally disappeared from the face of this earth. But that does now mean that I'll have to go back to A, unfortunately. Now my smoke bullets disappeared too. So, very weird. I'm not quite sure if that's an actual game mechanic or it's... not a way out. If that's an actual game mechanic or if it's just a bug. My hesh just disappeared as well. Is there like an ammo void in this tank, or what's even happening? That's so weird. That's like super weird. I'm not quite sure. I do not think at all that this is any sort of game mechanic, because ammo just randomly disappearing doesn't make much sense. I mean, you know, the other ammo blowing up in the ammo rack makes all the sense in the world. What's happened to my other bullets right now, I can't explain, and I don't think I'll ever be able to explain it, but we're totally out of ammo now. Cannot see that dude from here, but he does seem to be still up, so while my team is moving on to the cab, I'll be moving on to save my buddies from the wrath or whatever is shooting them right there. So, let's go up on the ridge here, which you can very much do with the power you have. That's always awesome, I have to say. And then we'll be moving around the ridge line and trying to hit that dude. Well, seems to be in an unhittable spot for us right now, which is annoying. Can we see him from here? Where is he shooting at? I'm not sure, but that's definitely bad guy shooting, not a friendly or anything shooting at the bad guy. So we'll have to move around even further, and I've kind of got the feeling he'll be... Ooh! 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 I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming! I hope. I can't see him. Can still not see him. Does he see me? Does he hear me? He hears me! He's gone anyways! Oh! Ammo! Ammo? I was meaning armor, but yeah. So, armor actually saved my ass for once, which is a very, very rare occasion in this tank, but we did actually manage to survive that one. Good news right there. T-64 died by the time I reached this spot, which was kind of what I had assumed was gonna happen. I have lags, but I know where the tank is at. Theoretically. He does know where I'm at as well, though. Ow! Annoying! Need cover! Let's drive off this thing. Quick! Quick! There we go. That was scary. That was very scary, but we did manage to make it out alive. I'm gonna repair Albie. Back with you dudes after? I hear this dude being pretty close. To be honest. I do not like this. Oh my god, he's killing everyone. This is not good. I'm gonna stay with you here, I think, is Oh, somebody hit him. Good stuff. Thank you. Thank you. We've got another 3 seconds to repair, so we'll help out in a second here. Does appear he got hit rather badly. Where he is at, I don't quite know. Somewhere there. Seems like here, maybe? No. Oh, more to the left, sorta. Oh, there he was. Okay. Well, IPM1 got him. Good stuff. Good job, mate. Good job. Let's give him a little good job right there. I'm not going to stay around here because there's chilling at the spawn kind of stuff is really not up my alley. I only ever got myself here to kill that T-62 that then got killed, or was it at 64? I don't know. But then ended up getting killed by teammates anyways. I didn't really intend on staying around, so, you know, let me get going. Let's get out of here. I'm going to help my buddies cap and kill that heavy tank right there, hopefully, as well. And with all the speed, just shoot up straight here. It's close. No, no chance. That's a bit too much, even for this tank to handle, but you can actually handle most inclines, so that's mostly really pretty great. Now, how I'm going to make it up this one here, I'm not all too sure. But if I do angle a little teeny tiny bit here and there, up we go. And we are here. Now, I didn't get if they actually killed the tank. Doesn't look like it. They are still very much chilling right there with him, it seems. So, let's try and help. Too late. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm very, very sorry. I didn't make it up the incline all too quick, unfortunately. That was... Oh, that was very sad. But okay, we'll be chilling right here. I think I'll just use one of these wrecks as my cover, you know, covering up their own heat signature. Always a very great thing, unless the wreck explodes, which I didn't think was a thing, to be honest. Team kill by the F-86 F2. Interesting. Very interesting one right there. But, well, we'll be chilling right here, behind this little wreck, and unless anything else happens in this very chaotic game, I'll probably see you for the summary. And there's another kill right there. Well, you joined me for a guy who was thinking he was going to be sneaky in his D10M, who wasn't really that sneaky, and I heard him, and he went kablap, so very nice one. As you can see, also, like, kind of a major point compared to some other tanks in higher battle ratings, being that you don't have any issues with getting your gun on a level sort of plane, even if you look behind yourself, because you know how some of these tanks have like elevated engine bays that do sometimes block you from this sort of stuff. So one more very nice thing to note right there, actually. But well, I'll see you for the summary. Alright, so here we are then for my little bit of a summary on the XM-1 GM. Very damaged and rusty one. Let me just repair that one real quick so you can see it in all his glory while we are actually working away at this one. So overall, I would say, honestly, quite the decent tank for its tier. Now, you saw, I think, in many cases that armor basically never did a thing for me, except for when we were facing the BMP-2M and its gun. Not any missiles, just the gun that kind of, well, you know, he hit us in the turret, I think. Would he have hit us in the plate? I'm actually wondering. Let's just check that out real quick. If a BMP-2M hits you in the plate, can he pen? I kind of feel he can, to be honest. So, let's see. Where is the BMP-2M even at? It's not in here, because it's probably at rank 7, isn't it? There it is, BMP-2M. So, it cannot. Okay, so, you know, if you're facing a BMP-2M and he does not happen to trap shot you, which, yes, as you can see right here, trap shotting can still be a bit of a weakness, even though it's a very hard one to get done properly here, to be honest. Most of the times you'll be fine against the BMP-2M. Other than that, you'll get blapped by absolutely everything on this planet. That said, I think I also was somewhat able to demonstrate that, you know, the wider loadout, the space loadout, is able to save you a lot of times because you can take multiple hits without your crew actually passing out. The blowout panels being an absolute savior there in that last clip I showed you all. Kind of annoying with the ammo, but that meant that we could stay around to help out our team. I was able to go back to capture point, reload some ammo, go back out there, kill some more things, cap the point with my team. So that can end up being very useful and very great. Other than that, gun performance, pretty good, pretty okay for this level. Nothing super crazy with the pen that it offers, but certainly pretty decent for a level that it is at. Now, I think the main question we should ask ourselves, though, is the XM-1 worth buying? Is it something for you? Because after all, this tank does come in at $60 for a battle rating of 9.3, where you could get a T-72AV for a battle rating of 9.7 with more armor, with Gen 2 thermal sights, and Gen 2 thermal sights for the commander, with more penetration, and, well, still with a pretty decent mobility pack with the RE, and many other things up its sleeve. And I think the answer has to be kind of split in this case, to be honest, because I think if you're considering to pay $60 for either of these tanks, the XM-1 or the T-72AV, and you're kind of indifferent as to which nation you want to grind out, what playstyle you want to go for, I think the T-72AV would mostly actually be the better answer for you. So, probably a no-buy for me there. But other than that, if you are looking for, well, either grinding out the US, which I think it's a great tank for grinding out the US, and certainly very competitive still at its battle rating, but just not as very powerful, if not even slightly overpowered, or even a bit more overpowered as the T-72AV is. I think, you know, if you want to go for that, if you just want to grind out the Americans, go for it. And if this playstyle is very much up your sleeve, and the T-72AV playstyle maybe not as much, definitely go for it as well. Because I think in that way they are two very much differing tanks. I think the XM-1 very much being the fast and mobile glass cannon style kind of tank that it is. You try and get yourself into a good position early, try and kill a few dudes that way, and just somehow try to not get hit, while the T-72AV you can kind of use more in this, well, I don't want to call it a brawly style of game, but I think you can kind of throw it more in there. You can also just use it as a rather nice snipe, because at that range his armor does have a lot of effect for him in many situations. You do get those Gen 2 thermal sights, so in that case, you know, that is also kind of a question of taste, I would say, kind of a question of what playstyle suits you better. So if you want to go for that fast and mobile tank for that sort of playstyle that you also see with German tanks a lot, with the Leopard 1, the A1A1, the A1A1L44, and whatever else you get, then I think this tank is very much for you. So in the end, I would say a pretty competitive tank for its BR. Nothing all too powerful, nothing all too weak. I think it is sitting at a pretty nicely balanced spot where it is at. So certainly something for you to consider if any of those prior points do apply to you. But with that said, I think that is about time to end off the review of the XM-1 GM right here. So I do hope that you all enjoyed it. I hope you all liked my kind of points, my opinions, enjoyed the clips. If you have anything to add on, anything you think I forgot, which certainly I will have. This is like my 5th War Thunder video, so bear with me. I'm really sorry if I forget to talk about certain topics, or if you have any opinions that you want to add on, definitely make sure to let me know about them down below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, as always, please make sure to that like button. That does always help out the channel and pushing this video out to more and more viewers. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet and want to stay around for more War Thunder content and also much more content to come in the future, definitely also make sure to hit that subscribe button right down below, as well as that bell icon right next to it to stay up to date on when a new video goes live. And with that all said, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you had a good time. I hope I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.